Well, welcome everybody. Welcome the special guests here at Cenotaph as usual, and everyone back at school. What on earth? Oh, isn't that just typical? Isn't that just typical? Just as I start to talk, a train goes by, so hopefully there'll be a gap for the other one. So, hello everyone at school. This is a really, really important day in the school's calendar. I think it's the most important day. It's the day where we remember all our past pupils came to our school and sadly died during war. So it's an amazing thing that we do. It's clearly different this year with COVID, and we can't perhaps do everything we'd like to. But how fantastic that we've got 4 here and 2 teachers today. How brilliant is that? And for you to be all live, I think this is really exciting. You're all watching this live on the television, so it kind of feels we're all here, we're all in the spirit of this. So well done everyone for that. And this is going to be a lovely little service that we will do. It is really important that we remember our past pupils, and we're really, really lucky at Oakwood Avenue that we know their stories. You'll have seen the plaques in the playground and the bench for Harry and John. We'll do that later. So they're not just a number to us. It's not just something in the distance for us. We're beginning to learn who they were. So I think it's really, really lovely that. And the fact that last week you've learned 2 of the stories is just phenomenal, and that will keep growing. So it's a really, really special thing. The way we're going to start this, I think, is the way you've been doing this. I think last week, I think a lot of you learned how to say in Flanders Field. You learned the poem. How amazing is that? So I think there's probably no better than to have Flanders Field read. Or like to come to the mic.
Stand up.
You're ready? Tell me when you're ready. Okay, go.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses that mark our place, in the sky, are still bravely singing tonight. Scarce heard amid the guns below, beyond the dead, short days ago, we lived, felt dorsal, sunset glow. Pick up our quarrel with the foe, bring back we shall not sleep,
Give them a clap.
Oh, well done. That was lovely. That was a perfect start. And last week we did the story of Harry and John and the story of Robert. So today we're going to have a special mention to the 2 of those, and we'll start that off by hearing just a little bit to remind ourselves of Harry's story. So we'll hear that first.
Harry Kenwright came to our school in 1929. He had 4 brothers and a sister, and they all came to Oakwood Avenue. When he finished school, he became a printer for the Warrington Examiner in 1939. When war broke out, he joined the Irish Guards. He became the commander of a Sherman tank and was a close friend to John Bent. In April 1945, his tank was hit and he died instantly. His friend John Bent buried him. We met John 3 years ago and have his medal at our school.
Okay, we're now going to do Robert's story. You want to come and say Robert's story? I just want to stand on this. Okay, well done.
Robert Hutchinson was born in 1919 and started our school in September 1928. He was a friend of Harry's. He had 2 sisters and lived in Padgate. When he finished school, he worked for Crossfields in the powder department. He married Doris in 1938, and a year later, war broke out. He joined up with the South Lancashire Regiment. He fought in North Africa and Italy before being transferred to the Black Watch. Sadly, in June 1944, he died in Normandy 5 days after D-Day. He left behind his wife and daughter, Brenda, who was 2 years old.
The song we're going to sing now is the one that you all learnt last Monday, Last Thoughts Unknown. And this is the song that the words were written on the grave of Harry. And Harry's mum and family wrote these words. Your call sudden, last thoughts unknown, a sheaf of golden memories, we hope. As she will they shall grow not old, as he never let go. Going down the sun and morning will your hopes are done, last thoughts ago. A sheep of golden memories we they shall grow not old, as he never let go. Going down the sun, morning will remember. Going down the sun, morning will remember.
Oh, that was lovely. We're now going to remember all 7 of the fallen from Oakwood Avenue. We've mentioned Robert and we've mentioned Harry, but now we're going to remember all of the 7. So if you'd like to come up one by one. Okay.
I am Clifford Daintith of the RAF, and I died in March 1945 in Germany. I am Robert Hutchinson of the Black Watch, and I died in June 1944 in France. I am Eric Walker of the RAF, and I died in September 1944. I am Derek ROYLANCE of the Royal Artillery, and I died in France in May 1940. And I am John Rickard of the RAF, and I died in Germany in January 1944.
Hi, I'm Herbert Walton of the Royal Artillery, and I died in Italy in May 1944.
I am Harry Kenwright of the Irish Guards, and I died in Germany in April 1945.
They went with the songs to battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as we are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years contemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning we will remember them.
Oh, that was lovely, everyone. And I think now the best thing we can do is to remember all of the 7 back at school and here at the cenotaph. We're now going to have a minute's silence.
I just think coming here each year, Chris said before, it's really important. It's extremely important. It takes me back to my times at school. It was important then, it's important today. It takes me back to a poem written by a gentleman called. And one of his famous poems I remember from school was one called At the Cenotaph. And within it, he says, everyone's around the cenotaph, lots of people, but one person around the cenotaph is called the Prince of Darkness, the devil. And he can be heard muttering and saying, make them forget, oh Lord, what this memorial means. And we must never forget what this memorial means. This memorial is a piece of stone, and there are names etched on this piece of stone. But each name means something. And this afternoon, we put names and we put faces to some of those names. And through Chris's help, we won't forget them. We'll never forget them because they made the ultimate sacrifice. And it's really, really important that even after 75 years, we still remember them. Thank you.
Oh, I think that's it. What a lovely, once again, what a really, really lovely service. Well done, everyone who's been a part of this. So thank you to obviously everyone who's here. Thank you to all the teachers for all the enthusiasm through last week and into this, for getting to this point. Thank you to the children back at school and here with me, how well you've done here today.
We'll give a wave.
And a massive, thank you obviously to Fran. I haven't finished. A massive
Sorry,
thank you to Wayne for the technology. On else important, but most important, thank you to the 7 men who remembered today. God bless everyone. See you soon. No, don't do it.
Yeah, we've got to say thank you to. Without Chris, and he becomes the focal point. But it's a definite team. Fran and Wayne and school, perfect partnership, dream team. Thank everyone. It didn't rain.
No.